Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Weekend Investing Daily Byte, 10th of June, Monday, and we are waiting for the portfolio allocations by the newly sworn in cabinet. Who will get what portfolio may have some impact on the market tomorrow, but largely, I would say the impact of the elections, the election results are history, and only a surprise negative in case allocations to key ministries are given to non-BJP cabinet ministers, or there is some uh, portfolio that is given to somebody who is not seen to be capable of that portfolio, can maybe have some short-term impact. But the way the market has behaved in the last few sessions, I think it is very clear that the market has completely discounted this event and is looking forward in terms of what comes next in the coming sessions, coming weeks. And if budget is going to come on 1st of July, which is likely, I think the focus from tomorrow onwards, after this portfolio is done, will shift towards whether capital gains are going to be touched or not. That will become the hot topic from tomorrow or day after. And that is something that you know you can't rule that out, because see, you have to see it from a perspective of the other side. We are all in the markets and we know the issues of the market. Of course, we also have a ask that remove STT, or make it more efficient in terms of how the short term or the long term capital gain tax is applied. But from the other sort of side of the table, they are saying that these guys have been making a lot of money in the last 4 years. And is this now time to get a larger share of their gain? As how famously said by Ministry Secretary to Finance, uh, sometime back, a few years back, he said that stock market folks just sit and they make money. It's so easy. So I mean, all that is also there on the other side in the bureaucracy's mind. So we cannot assume that nothing coercive action cannot happen. It is just matter of chance, matter of luck, because there are a lot of other asset classes who say, why should equity get any preference in terms of why should there be a 10% on equity and not in real estate or not in gold or other things. Anyhow, so this is where we are in terms of the market situation. The cabinet portfolios are awaited. It is a rumor so far that Mrs. Sitaraman is not getting the FM post going forward, and it could be Mr. Piyush Goyal. There was also rumor of Mr. Amit Shah, but my assessment is that most likely it could be Mr. Piyush Goyal. And that if that comes around, I think markets will take it in a very, very positive spirit. He is known to be a great accounts person and has great knowledge about the markets and finance in general. So I think markets will take that in a very positive step. The other story that we're tracking is that IT stocks took a break today, not a reversal of trends of sort, but uh, sort of after this 3.5 days of a huge gain in single shorts every day, today was a rest day, and it is also sort of coming back and taking a retest of this breakout zone. Some of the key losers today: Infosys, Tech Mahindra, Emphasis, Persistent, Coforge, TCS. But there were several others, mostly in small cap or mid cap IT space, which were running very hard. For instance, Datamatics was one of them. Uh, so this looks like a corrective move. I don't think it comes down, but of course we will wait and watch. But IT was that, one, if we have to pick what was the weakest link in the market today, that was IT stock. So maybe today was a good day for somebody to enter into IT if they were looking for to doing that. Where the Nifty is headed, Nifty is still very much in positive territory. As per this short-term indicator on the hourly candle, we have a 22,964 as the base support for the current move. We have also sort of made a double top on the exit poll high day and today's uh, reasonable, I would say, average at the top. Uh, so we may have some consolidation, but I think uh, breaking out of this top in maybe later this week is something that I would look forward to. That is likely a scenario that should come around. In terms of other benchmark trends, you had Nifty Junior, which has not yet even challenged uh, the previous all-time high, which was made on this exit poll day. So there is more to go, but this also is having a good support right here. The RSI is a bit getting soft here, but still very much in the 60s, so no worries on that yet. Mid cap totally flat today. There was virtually no movement in mid cap, 0.18% down. Sorry, mid caps were up 0.36%, and pretty much resting here for today's day. Small caps was where the good action was. Small caps in the very first hour broke out of the previous high, and now small caps have gone from nearly 14,000 to 16,200 within a matter of 4 sessions. So a gap up today and not even coming down to fill the gap tells you the kind of strength that is there in small caps right now. Otherwise, with the rest of the market remaining sort of flattish, small caps would have closed this gap today, but it didn't. So they seem to be much stronger. Of course, they have broken out of this huge resistance very recently, and there may be more run-ups that are possible. Nifty Bank Index is is up over the week, of course, but today was totally flat. I think bank index needs some kind of a push to really make it go. It is just languishing in a big range, and until bank Nifty really goes, I think Nifty will not go up. The good news on the FII front is that yesterday FIIs bought a good 4,300 crores worth, and of course the DIIs usually are on the opposite side of the table. A lot of folks actually don't uh, understand these dynamics very well. Um, I have had some exposure to being a institutional dealer. So in late 90s, we used to deal with institutions and offer to transact for on their behalf. So usually what happens is if an FII wants to buy something, they just cannot get it from the market. If they want 500 crores, 1,000 crores worth of some stock, it is not available from the market. So you need an institution on the other side. Either you find another FII who you can match the trade back to back. Somebody wants to sell, somebody wants to buy. Usually an FII purchase will have some component of it at least come from a DII institution. So whenever FIIs are buying big, you will find DIIs are selling. Whenever FIIs are selling, you will find DIIs are buying, because they both need each other in terms of who to buy from. That kind of lot size is available only with institutions. The market is not deep enough. If you want to say I want to buy 1,000 crores of even some market cap, some mid cap stock, you will not be able to get it. You'll run the price up 20-30%. So this is a dynamic that will always happen. If FIs continue to buy, you will find that DIs would have, some sell off will start to come in DIs from there. So it's very good news that despite these 3 big days of uh, selling by FIs have bought on 7th of June. Let's see where we get to in terms of the Monday numbers. We'll get to know it by later in the day. So overall heat map for the Nifty, quite, I would say, flat to red. Autos were down. IT, as I've already mentioned, was down. Were kind of mixed. FMCG also mixed bag. Some cement stocks were definitely running. You had some power stocks also running. But other than that, no major moves in Nifty. In the Nifty Next 50, you had much more green. You had public sector enterprise stocks, PSU banks, cement stocks. Indigo has been doing really well. Some consumption stocks. Motherson, very recent entrant into one of our strategies, also doing quite well. So overall, a better sort of outlook when we look at the Nifty Next 50 trends. In terms of the sectors, real estate again coming back with 1.3% for the day. Now you can see it is up 16% for 1 month. I mean, while I always say that there is no one-to-one sort of correlation that is happening on ground, but there is some sort of correlation that exists. I mean, you cannot have real estate stocks do so well if real estate on the ground is not doing so well for too long. That disconnect cannot happen for too long. So when real estate stocks started running, more than 15, 18 months back, that was some indication that you will find some movement in the real estate on ground also, and for the good time actually. Last 12 months, real estate has done the best. Last 1 month also, the real estate stocks have done the best. So, I mean, this is currently the place where if you are a discretionary investor, discretionary trader, you should be looking for setups within the top performing sectors. Pharma doing very well today, 1% up, also 6.3% for the month now. Commodity stocks, PSU banks eking out some gains, although in the last 1 week, has been significant damage in PSU banks and public sector enterprise stocks. That has not recovered. So you can see that despite Nifty coming back to the previous highs, despite small caps going into new highs, public sector enterprise stocks, public sector banks, energy stocks, and infra stocks, these four are yet to, and commodities, these are yet to sort of fill that gap that was made on the election day. Other than this, I mean, most of the sectors were extremely flat today. FMCG 0.1, autos 0 actually. Autos, there has been some news that a lot of stock is accumulating in Maruti, in Hyundai, these kind of companies, but it is yet to show uh, on the stock prices. So maybe the market is discounting it right now that these stocks will get dissipated in the next quarter of the festival quarter that is coming. But I don't know. I mean, this is quite surprising that that kind of a supply overhang exists in stock, but in auto stocks on ground, but not on auto stocks in the market. Uh, IT stocks getting a corrective day today. I would not say reversal, but metals and consumption stocks also a bit soft today. Nifty real estate full recovery of the drop on the election day and closing at a new high. You also had the real estate index. Actually, if you see the very long term picture, 15-year picture, we've gone through a very, very long consolidation, especially after the crash of 2008. It never recovered till 2020 post COVID. So this entire 10, 12 years of consolidation, anytime any stock has had a massive consolidation of 7, 8, 10 years, you will find that when the move starts in that stock or a sector, it doesn't end so easily. It doesn't end quickly. It doesn't end with a whimper. It will go a long way. And that's exactly what is happening in real estate. I don't know where this will go, but this is certainly a chart which can go very, very long. And we've already sort of gone 6 times since the COVID bottom. So, uh, I mean, this is how really, some multi-bagging can happen at times when nobody is looking at that particular sector with any kind of optimism towards it. In terms of some stock spotlights, Interglobe Aviation again broke out. So this has been a darling of a stock in the last 6 months. From nearly 2300, it has gone to 4600, almost doubling since 6 months, and 4.4% today also. This is quite amazing, and there is rumor that in the first 100 days a lot more airports are going to be announced. So it is actually being the market leader of the aviation industry, a huge beneficiary in terms of as more and more airports are opening everywhere in the country. Indigo probably will benefit the most. Another stock, and this is the long-term picture for Indigo. You can see it was going in this range, and then it just went into a different trajectory altogether. Uh, Dhanuka was one stock that has been doing well recently, also from lows in 2023 at 700 odd, and this has almost doubled in the last, I would say, a year or so, up 11.2%. 1% today. So this is a huge sort of indicator of strength in the market. Of course, on every dip, one could look at buying this basis the setup that you were able to see. Again, from a long-term picture, you can see it was a huge run up in 3-4 years, 5 years leading to 2016-17, and then a consolidation of almost a decade, and now breaking out. So again, I'm saying that this consolidation breakout, because it has been a long consolidation breakout, could have a lot of legs to go up. But of course, keep your stops and keep your system in play whenever you do this. RCF also is doing very well. I think this stock, which had run up in 2023 from 80-90 rupees to 190 rupees, and then it was in a corrective sort of mode, is now coming back up very strong. I think it can easily challenge the previous highs and beyond. So good moves on a flattish kind of a day are indicative of great strength in some of these stocks. And this also over a longer period has gone through a lot of consolidation and is going to a new sort of trajectory altogether. Other than this, gold was smashed a couple of days back. I mentioned it in the last one. Is now consolidating here with China not buying, any gold in May. The gold market is disappointed. They were expecting China to pick up more gold, but India has been buying. There is news report today that they bought like 3-4 tons in the month of May, and this once there is some residual buying that comes through from some other central banks also, maybe this will start to pick up again. Usually it is very seasonal. You have two major seasons that happen usually every year, and the second half of the year, which leads into the Shera and marriage season in India, also is a great seasonal impact on gold. And anyways, gold has done really well from 63-64,000 to 72,000. Few weeks and months of rest here will not harm it at all. This is all I have for today's Daily Byte. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and share this video. I'm sure you have a lot of investment WhatsApp groups with your friends and family. Do share these videos. You don't know what kind of insight one may draw from it, and use it in their own investing. So let's try and make sure that everybody gets some new content and is able to use it for their investing. Thanks. Bye.